Up a very interesting point here. You ask for that mistrial, you get it, your client could still end up in jail. You could have to go through the same process all over again. You could have even more witnesses against you. So what do you hope for here as a defense attorney?
Hey, Ryan, good to be back. If I was Peterson's defense attorney, I would be hoping that the judge does not grant the mistrial right now, because I think it elicited some sympathy for Drew Peterson. This is the second time now that the prosecution has done something to try to cast an aspersion on Drew Peterson. Remember, the other issue was the $25,000 with the hitman that almost came out, but it didn't come out, right? Mm-hmm. So this is now the second time this has happened. It looks like it's generating momentum for Drew Peterson. That like, look, what does the prosecution have to do here to convict me? They got to resort to all these underhanded means. I think the lawyers would want to keep this jury, keep this trial intact. They're building momentum, they're building sympathy, and I think what the judge is likely to do is not grant a mistrial, probably give an admonishment to the jury to strike portions of Pontarelli's testimony, and also remind the jury that comments made by this witness are unreliable and not supported by the evidence, and then move on with the case. That's really what I think is going to happen here.
So you think what they're doing here, let me ask you this then, do you think they made a mistake in asking for the mistrial, or are they just doing the moonshot thing? They're shooting for the moon, hoping they get something that's equally as strong but keeps them still in the courtroom with this jury in this same trial?
Well, I think what's happening, Ryan, is it's hard for people to envision when you're in the moment. I'm a trial attorney. I've done a lot of jury trials, and I think the judge, your other judge guest, would agree with this. When you're in the moment, you don't have a lot of time to really think about what to do. And when you hear that, your visceral reaction is, I'm moving for a mistrial. So I can't be really critical of the defense attorney for asking for it. In retrospect, I would not have done it. What I would have done is requested what's called a sidebar, talk to the judge on the side with a court reporter, make a record of it, ask the judge to strike the testimony, and admonish the jury about that. That's in an optimal world. But man, it's fast and furious when you're in the courtroom.
Yeah, I can imagine. Karen Conti.
Well, there's something very interesting. Oh,
Go ahead, Judge.
Okay.